I stand with Samuda. I stand with Samuda, who served on the Electoral Advisory Commission for 8 years. And I stand with Samuda, who went on to serve at the ECJ.
Bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Isabel Rose. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to the returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notification bell on. Put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help they get there, my people. So in this one, my people, big clash in the lower house, same as the House of Senate, over a bill that was passed for the ECJ to take over the role of the political ombudsman. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Run go over to my other platform. Subscribe over there. Get that channel to 1k. Please and thanks. So my people, if y'all remember that the Minister of Justice, Delroy Chuck, had proposed a bill to have the Electoral Commissions of Jamaica assume the role of the political ombudsman that has been vacant since 2022. And my people, it was a toss-up in the House of Representatives where the opposition said that they wasn't privy to see that bill until the day of the sitting. And there was a lot of back and forth, my people, that Samuda had to stand up and sided with the opposition on that aspect, saying that they must not tamper with the ECJ, they must not tamper with, the role of the political ombudsman in order to have one present in this whole political local government elections. But he had said it since last year, Chuck had said it that, by January month they would have had that bill passed and all of that. And my people, with all the objection that the opposition and even what Samuda said didn't shake them, because they used the majority to pass that bill in the House, my people. And me personally knew that was gonna happen. I didn't say it in any of the videos, but me know say then they're gonna use the majority and do that. And everybody is still asking why this rush to have the ECJ assume such role. And some people, the administration used its superior numbers in Parliament to pass the Political Ombudsman Amendment Act 2024. And it came down to the House of Senate, where a big debate occurred between, Senator Gayle and Senator Scott Motley. So Minister Chuck moved a motion that the bill be read a second time. Members of the opposition called for a divide which allowed lawmakers to register their vote on the proposed law, and there were 21 ayes from the government side, while 7 lawmakers on the opposition benches dissented. There are 4 selected commissioners under the ECJ, 2 representatives from each of the political parties, so 2 from the People's National Party and 2 from the Jamaica Labour Party, and the Director of Elections. And Chuck quoted that, "I think it is cheap and outrageous to say that this body could be partisan. I think it is unmeritorious to say that this body can't continue to act independently." And so right now, my people, I'm going to hear the fiery exchange between Senator Gayle and Senator Donna Scott Motley, JLP Senator and People's National Party Senator.
That be, nothing was said, absolutely nothing was said. And on the eve of the implementation, you now want to raise a concern. That is disingenuous. You see, President, we must hold integrity and the accountability in having a consultation that would have arrived at a consensus.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And what you're doing now, on the eve of the election, is to create a smoke screen. Mr. President, this opposition cannot be trusted. The people of Jamaica should not trust them. And the way they are demonstrating their arguments in this regard, they too must not trust themselves. You know, you can only, this move away, this move away from the consensus is only can be, you are part of the consultation. You never raised any concern.
No objection.
You raised no objection. Yeah?
2022, you said no objection.
There was no objection when the matter was raised. And you are part of it. Look, Mr. President, they can only be described as an ungrateful hitchhiker. You jump on the journey, ride along, and now when you almost reach the destination, you're hopping off.
Partisan.
It is unfair and unreasonable.
I rise to make my contribution to the bill which is before us, entitled An Act to Amend the Political Ombudsman Interim Act, and to provide for connected matters. I note that the Memorandum of Objects and Reasons makes a very important point, that the Office of Political Ombudsman has been vacant since November 15, 2022. And the vacancy has resulted in the functions of the office not being carried out. Those functions include the investigation of complaints of misconduct or bias by political parties, their members, or their supporters. And I read that section because in light of what my friend Senator Gayle has said, I have to ask him if this is the lens through which he sees good governance. Because indeed, since November 2022, there was clearly no political ombudsman in place. A local government election, which has been postponed time and time again, was, if the government acted constitutionally, going to be held by February this year. So any government who understood governance would have taken the opportunity to plan.
And to interject just a little bit, I had said this in our previous video that, they knew ahead of time, they had ample time to sort out this role of the political ombudsman and to get a person, an independent person, so as to not rush a bill to give this duty to the ECJ. I said it. But finish here with share for some people.
For this possibility. And what instead that they have done is to rush as usual, just a few days before an election is going to be announced, to table and take a bill. Is that good governance?
No.
Is that good governance?
No.
So this bill is before us the day after nomination day, when elections are due, February 26th. In other words, Senator Gayle, we have no body nor person who has the authority to deal with matters of this sort at this point in time after nomination day. Is that good governance?
No.
Is that good governance? If that's the standard of good governance, then this country is in serious trouble and should seek to correct it immediately. But let me, I don't think, that any thought has been given to this bill. Not by the minister who piloted it in the other place, and not by my colleagues who are sitting here. Because they would never, especially Senator Gayle, who has forced me to rise on my feet at this stage. They could never see this as a significant step towards strengthening our democracy. Let me tell you what was a significant step towards strengthening our democracy. It was the inception of the Electoral Advisory Committee. And then, having performed admirably, been transformed into the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. Such was their performance and their demonstration that they were prepared to protect the democratic traditions of this country, that there was consensus that that body should be entrenched in our Constitution. And part of the reason why the decision was taken to entrench it in the Constitution is because they didn't want to leave it to the whims and fancies of any government which determined that they wanted to tamper with it.
Especially the one who spent too much time downstairs.
And therefore, in this debate, I stand with Carl Samuda. I stand with Carl Samuda, who served on the Electoral Advisory Commission for 8 years. And I stand with Carl Samuda, who went on to serve at the ECJ. Yes. And I stand with Carl Samuda, who said that in his view, this change would reintroduce concerns and confrontations of a partisan nature and distract from the distinctly apolitical and neutral work of the ECJ.
And I know how difficult and trying it has been over these years to have both sides come to a common understanding and agreement. And we, I think, have reached that point, and we are an example to the world. At no stage was the question of the Ombudsman being a part of the ECJ seriously contemplated on the basis that we are going to have an election soon. I urge the minister to take a good look at that. I urge him to take a good look at that. Because things that are done in this way have a way of becoming permanent. So I would like to know from him today, is it intended that this fix is to form the basis on which we go forward with the Electoral Commission of Jamaica? That's what I want to know. Because if it is, then it needs a complete recalibration of the concept around which the Electoral Commission was founded. This is arguably the most far-reaching. It's one of the most important institutions of not only Jamaica, but the entire hemisphere. It is not an institution that can take tinkering. We have gained a reputation. It has made Jamaica proud to speak. We have been invited throughout the world to demonstrate to the world the success that we have achieved. And I do not buy the idea that we are in a hurry because we are having an election. Mechanisms can be found with creative minds and well-thinking people where we can solve that problem without tampering with what we have achieved.
While Arbin Hill says that the ECJ is the best place to assume that duty.
Senator Scott Mutley, a voice of reason, has voiced, I understand, she perceives risk that could happen, haven't happened. The reason why we believe that the ECJ is where it should be is because it is easily, as I've said before, one of the strongest, most established institutions. And therefore, if we have something like the Ombudsman that is not working well, it's the place to put it.
So talk up my people, drop an honest opinion in the comment section. Tell me what you think. This is a whole lot of argument right here, but I want to hear from all of my people. So talk up and make a reason in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Go over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. We do notifications shout out in each and every video to be a part of that. All you have to do is be the first to like, comment and subscribe, and you'll be featured in the following videos to come. This notification shout out goes to Arlene from. Big up yourself, Arlene. Day one, big up to each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like up the videos, share out the videos. Support the ABR movement on the road to 20K. Help me to get there, my people, by playing your part. Stay tuned for more updates. Stay tuned for more videos. Get this video to at least 1,000 likes. Big up on yourself.